It's time to crown the winner of Group D, our last group, the round of 16. Already 6 players have been decided. It's time to decide the 7th. We're going to have a winner's match between Bbyong and Zest, another TVP. They'll be going to that loser's match between Terminator and Party.
Yes, this is going to be a very, very interesting game coming up here. Bbyong versus Zest. Bbyong playing some of the best TVP we've seen in Heart of the Swarm Wolf.
Best drops 2014.
Absolutely
no doubt
amazing.
about it, man.
I'm very excited for this match because he's going up against Zest, one of the sickest Protosses in the world.
Yeah, big favorite in this group. Absolutely no one would question that. But, you know, Bbyong, again, is not affected by the curse we were talking about earlier. He did stay and create, did not travel at all. And Zest has been out of the country for about 20 or so days. He just got back recently from IESF. And he's been super busy trying to get ready for this tournament, get practiced. Yeah, it's an easier run for him at IESF at least.
Oh, that's absolutely for sure. First map going to be Overgrowth to start things off here. Not a bad map, a nice standard map. The most standard map of all the ladder pool we have this time.
I 100% agree.
This season.
I think it's the best map to start on. Like, if I had to pick a map for all the players to start on, if I got to choose, it would definitely be this map.
Yeah, I like it a lot for just about every matchup out there.
It's just fair. It's just a fair map.
Just a straight up map.
Usually every map pool in the ladder, besides the Dream Pool, has a one map that's like super fair, super balanced for all matchups. And this time it's Overgrowth.
Yep, and I mean it's going to be interesting to see how Bbyong is going to do on this map as well, considering his very aggressive style.
That we will see. Let's go in the winners match here for Group D, Bbyong versus Zest. To the top right for CJ Entis.
CJ Entis Bbyong.
The win here would actually put him up against his teammate Sky High in the next round.
That would actually be a really fun TVT to watch as well, considering they are teammates.
To the bottom left for KT Roaster, the Kingslayer.
KT Roaster Zest.
Best Protoss in the world. And the most handsome, actually.
Yeah. Objectively speaking.
I didn't even think objectively. I think he actually is. I think it's like a known fact at this point.
Yeah, that's what I mean by objectively, not subjectively. Like, it's not an opinion, man. It's a fact. I'm confirming.
Okay.
I'm with you on this, man.
Thank you, Wolf.
It's definitely a fact. In fact, you can like look it up on Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure it says he's the most handsome Protoss in the world. Yeah. Voted by many.
CC first here for Bbyong.
Yeah, unexpected.
Unexpected, but I like it for this map choice as well. And considering what he showed in the last match.
This map is really good for SCV pulls. I think we might actually see that if Bbyong can get that mid-game pressure going like he's been doing so well already.
If all goes according to plan, I think it's definitely an option for him.
These guys have a lot of history. In fact, you can see the last time they faced against each other was in the playoff match for the 3rd round of Pro League. And then, of course, plays against each other in just KT versus CJ other matches, like the standard matches for round 2 and round 1. But Bbyong having a slight lead.
Yep, 2-1 lead.
All these stats, although relevant, are somewhat dated at this point.
They are. These happened many months ago, so I don't know how much we can take from them. But he played a very impressive match against Parting. So, you know what? He's in pretty good form against Protoss, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I think it's just all comes down to if he gets his momentum in the mid-game, if he can keep the pressure on, or if it does get cut down. I mean, it's going to be up to Zest to really just be on point defending.
Well, if I'm Zest, I'm watching, obviously, his games against Parting, knowing that I might have to play that same matchup. And I'm probably thinking to myself, okay, I need to really commit to my defense if he starts harassing me. I really can't skimp.
Well, you just got to remember to make cannons more than anything else, I feel, because it's like such an aggressive mind play as well. You got to have cannons. You got to have detection in your mineral lines, which is something we kind of like saw come into play pretty late from Parting, which I think hurt him a lot. And he kind of just fell apart. I mean, he was very, very aggressive, greedy with his upgrade style, going for 2 forges a little bit later, and completely skimping out on Templar tech for the longest time. And I'm sure we're going to see Zest learn from those games.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's a lot to be seen in that last series, and poor Parting, man. Unfortunately, he was the test subject.
Yeah, he's the test dummy, essentially.
Well, this is good micro here. Ring around the bunker. The second Marine will appear to finish this off, and Bbyong actually managing to escape with not a single SCV loss versus that early Zealot coming across the map. When you have a CC first and you avoid that damage, all you can think to yourself is, ha, you made a Zealot. Didn't need that. Didn't do much for you.
River, going to be the first tech of choice for Zest. So he wants to play it nice and safe. Going to get up some nice early observers here.
Yeah.
Going to get to Colossus tech pretty quickly before he goes for that third base.
Yeah, almost certainly for this. Any other build on this map would be a bit strange. Even an Immortal play, I would never expect that from Zest on this map.
Not unheard of, but definitely rare these days, that's for sure.
Yeah, we saw it just one time this tournament, and it didn't work. This Stalker is going to come up here and poke a little bit. I don't think he's going to try to run by the bunker. Just wants to see what's inside.
That'd be suicide. Complete suicide. I think he's going to check the front here, maybe sit around the front, kind of contained, but an SCV is already out on the map here. He's going to try and have a look at what's going on. He's going to see the extra gas, but besides that, there is a sentry, and there is a Mothership core. He's going to scout both gases, actually, which is going to help. Going to give him a little bit more information. So he's like, okay, you're just going to go for a sort of standard sort of tech. Most likely going to be Colossi. There goes the Robotics Bay. From there, it's going to be a bit of a delayed third base for Zest, most likely. I doubt we'll see Zest go for a two-base timing with Colossi. It doesn't seem like his kind of style. More of a potting style, if anything. Warp Prism, though, is going to help out a great deal with counterattacking. Going to try and keep Bbyong in his base as long as possible. This is something we didn't see from potting last game, which I think could have also had a huge effect on the game.
Yeah.
Something that, I mean, same sort of style we see from Hero, where he goes for Blink just about every game on King Sejong, and he will have 6 Stalkers in position to Blink if there's a drop going across the map from the Terran, which can do so much damage and almost kill in some cases.
Well, with the Prism here, he's, I mean, essentially, I think just gonna wait for that move out. Let's see if he loads anything in, because he's left it there. That's kind of odd. Normally you send it just straight away and then just kind of hide it and wait. He's still got it in his base. You don't think there's no way he's gonna do a Colossus drop, right? Like, why? What is he waiting for with that? Has he sent it now? Is that what's going up to the north?
I think it is.
Okay. I was getting weirded out.
We'll have to wait and see, actually.
It has to be. There's nothing else I would be saying.
No, it's
no, it's still there.
I guess it could be a Colossi drop, but
that would be crazy.
I don't think it will be, considering there's only one gateway at the moment.
It is. He just loaded it.
Oh, wow.
He just loaded a Colossus in the Warp Prism.
This is going to be interesting because there isn't really that many warp-ins he can do with this. I mean, he can look
This
for
is about
damage.
to get stronger in Legacy of the Void, by the way. It's a shadow buff, because you can pick it up from further away.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. While he's doing this, he is getting that third base. I like this a lot, though, because it's going to apply a lot of pressure, but he cannot lose it. If he loses the Warp Prism as well as the Colossi this early on, it could definitely trigger a counterattack pretty early on from Bbyong, and he could definitely go for that third base.
These Marines don't have Stim yet, but they're about to, too, and that's something to consider.
And that is enough. That is enough Marines to kill a Colossi.
Yeah.
If they spread out.
And he's waiting, too, so really did not expect to see a Colossus drop. So suddenly making a comeback here. Old strat from the Alpha.
Yeah. We're going to see, looks like, I think we will see maybe Blink, maybe Charge. Okay, Armor and Charge.
Okay, he gets lucky, actually, in fact. Stim.
Oh, Stim comes in. Ooh. Yeah, he's going to get out. Very, very wise. He has to be so careful. That's such an expensive drop. Definitely not the way we see Classic do it, that's for sure. Classic will have like 6 gateways with it and be dropping a lot of Zealots, warping in a lot of Zealots with that Colossi, really committing to it a lot more.
Exactly.
This really isn't the map for it. I mean, Nimbus, much more a much better map for it by far.
That was just weird, you know. I felt like the thing about doing this drop is if you don't do anything with it like this, it's okay because you still have the Colossus, but you lost a lot of time there.
Well, I mean, he showed the Warp Prism, so there's always that threat of a counterattack, so Bbyong is always going to be wary of that. He's always going to commit to at least a little bit of his army to the main base to defend.
This is a really scary attack because even though he has 3 Colossi, there's tons of Marauders on the ground. This is a giant bio.
He cannot be caught out. He has to be like behind a Nexus somewhere, behind a Photon Overcharge with some sentries, or he can just simply lose everything.
Yeah. I mean, this is a massive army supply lead. 40 up right now. With a decent amount of medevacs as well. And he's ready to just punch into that third base. He wants to attack there. Might go for the heart at the natural. And he can also split these units up. We've seen already in the previous series that this guy is insanely good at drops.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually do see a sandwich here.
Okay, there's that nice snipe on the observer.
Need to have a quick look at. There it is. See, only a few sentries. He's got to have perfect force fields here. He has to do it now as well. Oh, very close. If there was a stim, and he could be in big trouble here. But he's very, very prepared.
That sandwich, man.
Well, the
could
sandwich.
happen. It could happen. He's going to attack these gateways instead.
Oh, no, this is not a good position at all. Bbyong is in a great position to snipe this Nexus and get out of here, or even go up the ramp if he wants to.
There's no sentry, so he can just go straight up the ramp.
Oh, no.
And meanwhile, this Colossus gets left behind, and he's just going to target it down, kill that, then maybe just get that Nexus.
He's going to get the Nexus. This could actually be checkmate right now. There's simply not enough defense in the main either.
These players, man, that haven't been traveling have definitely been practicing.
The curse is real.
The curse is real.
And from here, that is still is not enough army. Good, decent force fields, but still doesn't really cut off everything. And they can pull back from here. And yeah, decent supply lead. Upper base now is Bbyong, and he did some significant damage. 13 probes went down as well.
Yep, this is a great position for Bbyong now. All he needs to do is get ready for the late game. And I think, considering he just wiped all the Colossi, just keep checking. And getting ready for those storms, being prepared for those. Getting a Ghost Academy wouldn't be a bad choice at this point. He can definitely afford that. But it looks like he just wants to keep Zest crippled.
He wants to do what he did so well in his match against Parting and just apply pressure constantly. Start doing this multitasking, his multi-drops here, and he's going to apply pressure here. He's going to look for that third base, I'm sure, and just keep this going.
Those two Widow Mines are actually active.
Oh, I like that. Saves him for another day.
There's still no third base even remade yet for Zest.
No, he's stuck on 2 essentially.
He's stuck on 1.
Down 60 supply.
He's just now back on 2. He just finished his second Nexus. And he doesn't have a third one even started. Bbyong is going to go check for it, try to cancel it, but it hasn't even happened yet. It's about to happen actually right now, and I'm pretty sure he's just going to easily walk in and cancel it. He's doubling the army supply.
Oh, that army could get completely caught out and destroyed by any number of bio at this point.
The only thing he can rely on here are his storms. He's going to have 4 High Templar in total now. 2 of them only have 1 storm. I know this because I saw earlier that they had like no energy. So there's very few storms available right now. Just 2 for the time being is going to change in a few seconds here. He has no ghost speed, just has like this overwhelming force that might just be able to run through and not care.
Yeah. Well, there's only 2 Colossi on the map, which isn't too many, isn't too much for just Bio alone to deal with. And he also has 4 Vikings. It looks like with that side army.
I mean, look at this. This looks like a normal-sized army,
Here comes the sandwich.
But this is another army of the exact same size on the other side.
Cancels the third base. Ooh, nice storms on the mines, but he has to do one more. And there we go. That's actually really important.
The base is canceled still. A few probes going down.
60 supply lead.
He just can't get a foothold in this game. He can't get onto that economy that he needs. Now another drop into the main base. Bbyong is playing like a god. Coming in here again. Continuing to scan, continuing to be prepared to snipe any bases that come down. He's going to force these units into the main base. And if they don't come into the main base, he's just going to start ripping it apart. And if he goes, then now the natural becomes exposed.
Oh, look at this as well. Running some bio in, going to force Zest out of the position even more.
I mean, this game is essentially over. Zest is hanging on by the smallest of threads here.
He's going to maintain what he can. And yeah, complete control here from Bbyong. It's just a matter of time until Zest leaves at this point. A 70 supply lead. And he's just picking apart what he can.
I mean, he's just trying to do what... The smart thing to do in this situation is exactly what Zest is doing, is saying, well, gee, if you just keep attacking me and you keep giving some units away, maybe I could max out once off of 2 base and do something with that max army one time. Maybe you give me one chance.
He tried to put that in Nexus, but
I can't believe he tried that.
They're waiting. He can wipe out this army, but man, he's got to start clearing mines here. Does he even have an observer with this army? Doesn't look like it.
He's only got 1 observer on the map.
Oh, he cannot even try that. At the same time, a drop in the natural once again, forcing more warp ins. Oh, nice storm.
Yeah, that was a bit overzealous there. This is what I'm talking about. Eventually, Zest will push this back, and he'll start taking so many trades that Bbyong is going to have to just get his army together and do one big push. Why he hasn't done that yet? 2 reasons mainly. His upgrades are a bit off, and also he doesn't have Ghost yet. He'd rather get Ghost before he does a big push so he can erase those Archons, and also get any snipes on the Templar that he could, Oh, nice scan! I was the only observer with this army. Now he's going to wait for the new observer.
And this army, how many Vikings do we have with this army?
12.
12?
In total, so like
12
probably
to
10 with this army.
Yeah, 8 to 10 with this army. It's should be enough for 3 Colossus so long as they don't get focused down very early. He's got to be in good position here. So many Widow Mines.
Yeah, he's storming pretty nicely because not only is he hitting some of that army, but he's also getting those Widow Mines. Archon's not what you usually want to tank Widow Mines with, though.
He can absorb quite a lot here.
It just takes so much shield damage.
Nice storm.
Beats another shot there. Those Archons are so low on shields now.
Yeah, they are. Nice. Just whittling him away, but, you know, Zest slowly catching up in supply here.
Yeah, and he's going to have that 3rd base up now. Bbyong never took a 4th. And this is what I was saying, you know, if you eventually turtle enough, you get to this point where the drops have just whittled down your opponent, not you. Your drop can actually be a double-edged sword because you end up losing too many units while you're attacking, then you lose all foothold in the game.
He just needs a critical amount of Vikings to wipe out these 3 Colossus, and once the Colossi are gone, he is in such a comfortable position to just wipe this army out. There's really nothing left. And there's 15 Vikings on the map. It's just a matter of him getting that position and attacking at this point.
Yeah.
I don't see how Zest could hold it with this composition. It's just not enough storms, not enough Colossi. Needs more Archons as well, and upgrades. 4th base finished and up and running for Bbyong.
5 Widow Mines still remain on the map. I wonder if he'll make any more than that. He has a ton of Vikings. An insane amount of them. And he's still making those. He's actually going up to 19 Vikings at least. He could go up to 21.
That is a lot of Vikings.
Way too many Vikings.
There's actually too many for 3 Colossus, yes. But I guess he just really wants them dead, and he can land them after that.
Yep. And they're about to have +1, so that's something that's helpful.
A lot of ghosts as well.
And there go the EMPs. Those EMPs were on the money. Now he's going to easily get this Nexus. The Colossi are going to fade away to this Viking damage. But the Bio army on the ground is quite small. 15 Mirage, 15 Marines, because he's got so much of his 200 supply in those Vikings. I think he's really starting to realize, you know, wow, I've got too many Vikings.
Well, he lost a lot of them, so he doesn't have to worry too much now. And oh, even getting a nuke. I like this a lot. Bbyong, I think, maybe just having fun at this point. He is whittling away, kind of resetting the composition of Zest's army. So it gives him a lot more time. I mean, if he removes Colossi, he only has to make Ghosts. If he removes the Templar, he only has to make Vikings. And if he removes both, I mean, he can just make Bio.
I'm concerned, though, that Bbyong, yeah, he needs to, okay, this is a great move over here. Just going to go take out this Moral. If he can get this base, that would be huge.
I think he can get the Nexus at this point.
Yeah, it's weak enough. The shields were all gone from earlier.
Got to get out of there, though. Oh, he cannot lose these Medivacs. That would just, it would give Zest an opening that Bbyong doesn't want to deal with. Though, I mean, look at that army at the Watchtower. It's building up here.
It's a fleet of Vikings.
That's actually Vikings for no 1 Colossi, I think.
He just needs more Ghosts, in my opinion. Which is tough because he wants to be using those Tech Ops to make Marauders.
Well, I want to see this nuke go down, and I want to see it on the 3rd base.
I think he's probably going to nuke across right over to that 3rd base, probably from the low ground or from the edge there. He has Cloak for his Ghost, so definitely something he could go for. He's got so many Archons. His Widow Mines are nice, and also Ghosts. More Ghosts would be really handy. More than just 4. I feel like there's 1 Colossus, and there's still only 4 Ghosts versus 6 High Templar and 5 Archons. Soon to be very heavily upgraded Archons. Might even get the shield upgrade soon.
So it's 2-2. Oh, almost 2-2, I think.
Zest is really showing his defensive capabilities here.
Oh, nice snipes there. Gets rid of both Templar. Soul does not.
And now if you just get a few EMPs off on those Archons, that could change everything. The Vikings going to make quick work of that Colossus. They want to just go ahead and land those, though, on the ground and participate in the fight. And there they go.
Oh, it's like the worst position to land them in there. They're going to evaporate here, but there's simply too much Bio behind them.
Well, a few more storms coming in. Can he get them off? Nah, too late. Too little, too late. He's going to eventually push this back, but the damage has been done. The trades here are very favorable for Bbyong.
Oh, he might. Oh, looks like the Medivacs will keep everything alive enough to destroy the Stalkers. Archons might be able to clean this up, but here comes a drop as well.
I mean, they will clean it up, but it's just too favorable of a trade.
Yeah, well, Bbyong can essentially trade everything he has for this 1 base Protoss, essentially, at this point. The natural must be nearly mined out, and that's 5 base Bbyong. 5 base.
Yeah, 5 bases. The base in the top left and the base in the center. which is a planetary, so very difficult to assault. Now the Colossus switch is on, which I think is a good choice by Zest, because he knows the Vikings were just all kind of essentially thrown away there. But Bbyong smart, expecting this, is also reproducing his Vikings right now. One Archon gets picked off, the second one very low. I mean, he's just got so much healing power here. He lands the Vikings. He's going to get this base down again here, it looks like. There's no storms available on those High Templar. Archon falls, probes off the line, looking silly. And Bbyong has finally done it.
GG.
Start calling this guy the sandpaper Terran, man. He is going to sand you down. He's going to smooth out all those bases.
I guess that's one way to call him.
I mean, he really just wears these guys down, though. He just does not stop with the aggression with the drops.
No, he's very, very aggressive. And yeah, he will whittle them down. Very, very impressive play once again from Bbyong. He is very, very well versed in this matchup.
He is on point today, man. Or Zest, like, I would never want to face something like that.
MDMA.
Dangerous drugs that some kids think are
I love this song.
In March, Madonna asked a crowd at a concert.
Zest has to consider what map he wants to go up against Bbyong next. Sorry, this song is so funny. But I mean, we did see what happened to Parting when he chose King Sage on stage. Maybe it's not the map to pick against Bbyong. I'm not sure.
I don't know, man. I think it's okay, but you really got to be on point. Like, you got to do a strat that gets Bbyong down early, and either that or you have to go insanely defensive. Like, do not take any risks versus this guy.
Yep, King
Sage
Sage up.
Find another edge.
It's going to be that map. So let's see what Zest can do against this multi-dropping Terran. He's going to have a lot better defense than Parting did, that's for sure. He cannot get whittled down like he did in the last game.
The Bbyong is no IESF opponent, man. This guy has got some sick TVP. He's shown nothing but awesome TVP in Pro League. Outboxer was his map of choice. Now on our new WCS maps here towards the end of the year, he's looking very, very strong there as well. Say hello to the players, ladies and gentlemen. If Bbyong wins this game, he will advance 2-0 in first place to face his teammate Sky High. Let's see if Zest can tie it up. To the top left in blue for CJ Entus. He is
CJ Entus Bbyong.
Looking very strong.
And over here, bottom right in the red.
KT Roaster Zest.
His intros today are like super short.
Yeah.
Fast hands.
Fast hands, chiseled face. It
Cool
is Zest.
sweater.
Cool sweater. I don't know about the bracelet.
He's always worn that.
I've seen them around before. I didn't know exactly what they're about there.
I don't really know what they're about either. You know, it takes a certain
It could be a religious thing, actually.
It could be.
I forget.
It takes a certain type of person to wear those type of bracelets, though.
I mean, I've always wanted to look cool with a bracelet, but I don't know. I just can't wear like 5 of them.
Me too. That was in 6th grade, though. I was like, you know, I wore the what do they call them? The jelly bracelets.
I
put them in weird shapes. People were like, "What does that mean? Is he in a gang?" I'm like, "No, I wear a lot of bracelets. I don't know."
Oh man. Looks like we're gonna see the same build from Bbyong. That delayed gas after Arax. It's a little bit more delayed than usual.
Yeah. I know what we saw already from him, though. So why not stick to your guns on a map that you totally dominated before?
Zest did see those games though, so he should be pretty prepared for this.
Cannons are essential.
Cannons will help a great deal. Same with Phoenix as well.
You know what? I would like to see, on your point about the Phoenix, maybe even just a Stargate build with the Phoenix opening into Robo and Forge. Get cannons up and play defensive.
I kind of like an Oracle into Phoenix. I like that a lot because you can have a lot of potential for damage. You do have detection early on, which you might need against mines. And then you just go into like 4 or 5 Phoenix, you control the skies, you shut down any further dropping, and then you kind of just go into a normal sort of game, get that 3 base up, start upgrades, get Colossi. Maybe a little bit faster Templar tech than what Parting tried for. He tried for a much more upgrade heavy, just based on Colossi tech, and I think that could was definitely some of his undoing, because he got like a bit slower Blink, a bit slower Templar, which he really needed. Feedback going to help a lot as well. Storm for these drops.
Well, I think basically what you've outlined is like the direct counter to how Bbyong has been playing.
I just
like
think we should I think he just needs the hard counter Bbyong, man. That's going to do the trick, because Byung's playing the exact same way.
He is, and it's been working for him. We're going to see that
this is cute.
Factory come down here in just a second.
If this SCV actually stays there and survives, it's actually going to be an impressive scout.
Well, he's just out of the vision of the pylon, I think.
Is he?
I think. Just barely.
If he is, like, imagine if that's like just him like researching Zest and he knows exactly where he puts his pylon. So he's like, okay, I'm going to put my SCV in this one dark spot where he cannot see me. Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa. Bbyong.
Mysterious as the dark side of the moon, Moonglade.
This guy has been doing his research, but unfortunately, Stalker's going to see everything.
The SCV sees it too, so he moves at this moment. Actually, I don't think he noticed.
But he's going to see the Twilight, so he's going to know the kind of opening it's going to be. Most likely going to be the Blink.
And if he wants to go Widow Mines, he's going to be pretty happy with this. It means no detection. And he starts a Widow Mine instead of a Hellion right away. Last time we saw him reactor out the Hellions and just go 2 Hellions first, but this time he's going to be going for that early Widow Mine. I want to get that drop out, and we'll probably see a Robo follow this up, right? Because, I mean,
that's
knowing
definitely the
Bbyong's style, like, that's what you have to do. Most people would do it anyways, but you cut that out in this case, and you're asking for trouble.
You're asking for a lot of trouble from mines, especially. You definitely need that, and we will see that, because that is usually the next step to this build, unless it's more of an all-in style, which I don't think Zest will be doing.
Or like a really fast third base with it, but I don't think that's good against Bbyong's style. And again, Zest has had time to study that.
Yeah, he watched the last 2 games. He watched Parting get crushed on this map from the same sort of build opening.
Yeah. And he died himself in the first game to, a decent amount of Widow Mine annoyances.
Yeah, and there's the Robo, so
okay.
All is good, all is well.
Still not going to have enough time to get that Observer out by the time the first Widow Mine's hit, I don't think, though. Is that Medevac's already finishing up right now before the Robo's even done?
It's going to be 2 mines, actually, with this drop.
Yep. I don't think he'll wait for the third one. Probably just go right away and leave the third one at home for defense.
He'll probably like drop 1 mine in the natural, then boost into the main, and set up camp there. Kind of force probes at least off 1 line for now.
That's the way to do it on this map, for sure.
Ooh, but we're gonna see that he's gonna see this coming thanks to this probe on the watchtower. He sees everything. He's like, okay, all right, and he's gonna save the probe as well. Possible proxy later on.
Yeah, just to warp in Zealots to harass the third base, maybe. Okay, Mothership Core in between. He's got Stalkers here that are going to be able to deny Widow Mines before they can burrow. He's definitely not going to want to burrow into the main base, at least not in the mineral line.
Yeah.
Ooh, big attack, though, at the natural at the same time. This could do a lot.
Well, it's going to force out the overcharge.
Does he have 2, though? That's the question. I don't think he quite does yet.
I think he's going to use these Stalkers to completely zone out the main drop. And yeah, photon overcharge on the natural. Looks like he's going to focus down the probes, though. He's going to go for that focus. Going to sack all the Marines. Just not enough.
Yeah, he doesn't quite have enough, and he only killed a Stalker and a few probes there.
Nice. It's a nice little bit of harass there. He lost, what, maybe 3 Marines for that? 3 probes, a Stalker, and an overcharge. That's pretty worth it.
That drop still hasn't accomplished anything, though. That's a bit annoying for him. 2 Observers, of course, already out here, meaning that the Widow Mines aren't going to be able to do too much for him.
Now, do we see a Forge just yet for their armor? Not yet.
No.
Bay on the way, though, so yeah. All is good. Zest playing a very careful game. He knows how aggressive Bbyong is now. That is for sure.
That's why he's playing so careful, keeping all his units.
Ooh, nice. I like this a lot.
That's the one thing
third Nexus
that Bbyong can't easily attack as a third base, because his style doesn't really allow him to attack very quickly like that.
Ooh, these Widow Mines. Oh, that's a big hit. 8!
And
8 probes.
The Observer.
What? He gets 8 probes from that hit? That is insane.
That was crazy.
I've never seen like a Widow Mine just hit 8 probes like that in like normal mining.
Had he killed the Observer first, he might be able to get those Widow Mines to shoot twice. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but
yeah.
Third base is getting closer to being done here for Zest. And this drop couldn't be more shut down than it just got. Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Doesn't focus it down.
And more damage. Again, he tried to pull those that shot into the Marines. Got a few of those.
Wow. He is being so aggressive with these drops once again. He is so good at this style. And these Widowmine hits are going to hit.
Oh!
Oh, no.
God, that was so close. Oh, man.
Oh, he didn't focus it.
I was getting the chills right there.
Yeah, he could have had a great
Look at
focus.
the targeting here. The Stalker is blocking. He has to blink. Okay.
Oh, that could have been some critical damage
Nearly
there.
a 10 harvester lead now for Bbyong.
Yeah.
He's going to drop his third base down here. And he could just go ahead and slide those probes over, the SCVs over to saturate that.
And I mean, finally the Stalkers get to move across the map. The drops have stopped for now. So it looks like Zest is going to look for something here. And we haven't had a good look at what Bbyong has back at home because he has been committing a lot to these drops. And maybe his one weakness is a big counterattack with Blink Stalkers.
Yeah.
Shuts down another drop.
He even gets a few probe kills at that third base with that one Marine. Oh,
Yeah.
it looks like almost 2.
And this could get shut down from Blink Stalkers for sure if it is found.
Yeah, he needs to be careful about starting to be too aggressive. Although I've said that every game, and so far he's not disappointed. He's just continued to make the trades work.
Yeah.
Zealot's going to run in here.
He seems kind of fearless against sort of like counterattacks because he just applies so much pressure.
And that's where he leaves himself a little bit open. Because look at how many Blink Stalkers over here. The answer is 14. And they're going to fight this army.
They could beat this army.
They're just going to find pieces of it and pick them off one by one.
Once stim is used, though, he should get out.
That was scary.
Actually, they doesn't even have stim yet. Still on the way, actually. Just about finished.
That was scary because he definitely had some potential for damage. If he had actually forced his way into the main base, I think he could have done a lot more and then just blinked out. But he didn't know where Bbyong's army was. He didn't know if there was much more in there. But it could have been really scary had he decided to commit to that. Now he's actually getting ready to maybe go for a blink into the
3
natural.
cannons. See, okay, he's being very defensive. And yeah, it looks like he is going to counterattack. But he's going to be careful as well because it's quite a sizable force moving towards the natural.
I love this. This is what we've been saying all the time. You better make like 3 cannons against this guy. 4 cannons, by the way. He's making more cannons than the other middle line. 6. Go up to 9. Do it.
No.
Do it, Zest. Go 9. 3, 6, 9. 3 in each base. Would make me happy.
I think it might be a little too late, though. We're going to see it drop into the main any second here. At the same time, I'm going to see it blink into the main.
Yep, and there it is. Reactors are exposed. First one goes down. Yeah, the pylon going to go down here. A bit of a minor annoyance compared to this.
That's not enough fire.
No, not even close. The Widowmines can get dodged here as well, easily.
We're going to get out there.
They're safe than sorry.
Ooh, and yeah, these cannons just a little out of position here. If they're in the mineral patch, it'd be a little bit better here.
Yeah, he just didn't have a pylon back there, I guess. He's so scared that the drop is just going to go into his main base that he's actually just sitting there.
Oh, look at the... He could
There's
actually...
no way he can get this Nexus, right? I mean, easily, all it takes is a warp in.
Not with a mine hit like that.
Is he just going to get this?
I
This
guess he
shouldn't
could.
happen.
I guess he could, actually.
One drop ship full of units should not kill a photon overcharged Nexus.
Wow, he picks it up and kills it.
Drops might go down to the blink, but...
They can go down. This is completely worth it at this point.
Yeah. So what? And he kills a Stalker, too.
Wow.
Might get a second one if he's not paying attention.
And this is his Bbyong style. He whittles away the opponent with constant multitasking, constant...
Nice
Ooh.
dodge.
Constant multi-drops. Here we go again into the main base, but there are units in position this time.
Yeah, the cannon as well. He targets the cannon notice so that he can actually kill that for follow-up drops. And 4 drops here.
Wow.
These cannons being worth their weight in minerals right now.
Oh, this is going to be big. Widowmine hits, maybe. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
There certainly are 10 probe kills. And the cannons are eliminated. He's actually now almost killed those Zealots. He needs to get over here and deal with those. That's 4 Widowmines getting closer to cooldown.
40 supply lead for Bbyong at this point. He's completely untouched at his main, in any base essentially. I mean, like I think we should see like Zealot, maybe like run-bys, maybe Zealot to the third base while this is all happening, just to give a little bit of breathing room for Zaz. But I mean, he's under so much pressure.
Oh man, look at that. Nexus might actually be canceled. He realizes, okay, the units are coming back. I'm just going to go over here. Another drop's boosting over on the other side of the map to come and finish that off for later. Some of the shields are down. Storm is now starting, so he's going to have that upgrade nearly done here, but is that a cannon? Yeah. 1 cannon going down. They're actually going to probably get focused down here before it can finish.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mega drop plus the Doom drop.
Oh, so many drops. Everything's in the main base at this point. Not enough here. Only Zealots.
Look at this. Now the probes are already evacuating because he doesn't have enough units.
Wow.
He's been pulled apart again. Bbyong is everywhere.
Completely pulled apart at this
He's
point.
going to kill that Nexus. Oh, decides to fight probes instead.
He can fight whatever he wants.
He
can kill
get
that
the Nexus
Colossus
still, I think.
Yeah.
And, oh god, he pulls the probes back into the Widow Mines.
Down it goes.
This is game, pretty much.
It pretty much is at this point. 70 supply lead for Bbyong. And there's he even kills him.
I am speechless. Best drops, heart of the swarm, eh?
Oh,
Tony, man. This isn't even a joke.
Oh, he's on point. He's completely on point. Bbyong is completely prepared for this tournament and these players.
He deserves first place, man. He has actually given some of the best TVP we've seen this tournament, man.
He's always been great in Pro League, and he's showing it once again in the HOT6 Cup.
This is a bit overzealous, I would say.
Well, he can still trade very, very well. That's a lot of Marauders against only Stalkers here.
And the Stalkers are in bad position. Now he's going to drop on top of these Colossi and take those out too. Has second thoughts here against all that AoE damage and the Photon Overcharge, but yeah, with the Stalkers in a bad spot here, he can actually maybe even take them all out. He's doing some Marauder micro in that meta bag.
Oh, wow. He's going to get the 2. This is just insane.
By the way, 4th base coming up versus 2 base. Scans again. Hey, what's up? You only have a few Colossi here.
He's going to drop on the Colossi now. Yeah, why not? And if he gets them, I don't think it will be enough. There's a little bit too much damage there.
It's cute, though.
GG!
Bbyong will advance in first place.
4-0.
4-0 to play against his teammate Sky High.
He beat Parting and Zest 2-0. Wow. He is on point, and once again we see another Terran go through.
It's been a great tournament, man. This is some of the best play we have seen this year. All coming to it's all coming to an end here this year, and these players have culminated their skill, and they've shown it in so many tournaments here in Korea, outside of Korea. Everything's kind of coming together in this final test for some of these players where there's WCS points on the line for next year. There's a lot of prize money on the line as well.
Yeah.
And you can tell these players, these underdogs in the group, some of them, I wouldn't say Bbyong is necessarily an underdog, but these players who did not travel have really been preparing for this tournament specifically. They've known their opponents for a while, and they are looking solid.
And they've got to see their opponents play a lot overseas as well, which has given them a lot of information. And yeah, Bbyong is completely ready for these guys, and he looked completely in form. I'm really excited to see him up against Sky High.
I mean, he didn't drop a single map to the 2 tougher opponents in the group. Playing against Zest like that and also beating Parting. Definitely the 2 tougher Protosses that he had to face. No offense to Terminator, but he's just not quite on their level. I mean, I don't think anyone would argue that.
No, I mean, after those first matches, no surprise there.
So we're going to actually hear from Bbyong now in our winner's interview for first place. I'm curious to see what he has to say about his teammate. An amazing play today. You knocked 2 Protosses out. How do you feel?
이렇게 올라갈 거는 예상은 하고 있었는데
I expected to advance
좋아서 그런 게 아니라
in first place.
이렇게 올라간 것 같아요.
예. 아니 그 정말 모기
But it doesn't
같은
mean that Terran's
플레이에
overpowered.
피 빨아먹는 그 모기 같은 플레이로 이곳저곳 찌르면서 이 주성욱 선수 피 한 방울마저도 빨고 승리했다는
You're
거거든요.
all over the place with
이게
your harassments.
준비한 거죠.
And you drove your
제가
opponents
워낙에
crazy with that
치즈러시
sort of play.
위주로 이렇게 이미지가 돼 있어가지고 오늘은 이렇게 치즈러시 말고 다르게 이겨보려고 오늘을 위해서.
Yeah, a lot of players have a lot of concepts of me playing cheese rushes, so I prepared for a completely different style today.
생각보다 잘 안 풀렸단 말이에요.
네.
꽤 오랜 시간 동안 해병만 활용했는데
When he played against
예언전에
Parting,
이제 꽤 많이 흔들렸다고 좀 경기가 보였습니다. 그때 당시 어땠나요? 뭐 그래도
at the
나는
beginning your play didn't really go that well.
네, 그건 둘째
How'd you
치고
turn it around?
일단은 이사기가 우주 가문 플레이를 잘 안 할 거라고 예상을 하고 왔었는데 우간 플레이 위주로 해가지고 좀 당황하긴 했었는데 게임은
I
잘 안
didn't really
풀리긴
expect
했는데 그
Party to play
이후에
Stargate, but he
우선전제가
did.
먹혀가지고 대박인
So
것
that
같아요.
actually threw me off a little bit.
평소에 그런 의료선 견제를 했을 때 막아내는 프로토스 선수가 있긴 있나요?
저희 팀은 잘 막아요.
CJ 투스는요.
네. 이게
약간 연습을 많이
For us,
해보고
play like that.
대응을 해야
Are there any
되고
Terran players who
이번에 이제
are good at
조이를
defending
올라가게
it?
돼서 조병세 선수와 만나게 됐어요.
In my team, I am the only one who could defend that sort of style.
조 위로 올라가는 게 오히려 마음이 편하지 않았을까요?
제가 개인 리그에서 팀킬을 하도 많이 해가지고 팀킬
Your TVP is amazing.
그 조병세 선수는요. 워낙에
But you're gonna face
태전에서
your
안
teammate.
진다고 어제 이야기를 해서
Does it make
정우영
you
선수
uncomfortable
올라왔던
since you got
얘기는
first instead of
조병세
second?
선수 4강 간다는 이야기
And
그런
Bbyong said he doesn't
이야기를
mind about the team
했어요.
kill.
Wow.
태전 자신감 있어요? 조병세 선수
I would if I
많이
saw his
치렀을 텐데.
TBT from yesterday,
잘하긴
man.
하는데
예.
못 이길 상대는 아니니까.
Sky said his TBT is great.
재밌어지죠?
재밌어지네요.
And he
그러면
said the
지금
team all said
정우영도 4강 갔다고 생각이 나는
no
거죠?
one could beat his
거의
TBT.
저는 솔직히 어제
Including
이영호
him.
김도우 선수 떨어진 거 보고 그냥
So how do you feel
다행이라고
about
생각했어요.
playing a TBT against him?
정우영 선수는 4강 올려주기 위해서 2명을 잡고 올라간
Well, it's
조병세
doable, he
선수.
says.
조병세 선수에게 한 말씀 해주시죠. 이 자리를 빌어서.
기왕 이렇게 된 거
Do you have any
좋은
words to
게임
Sky High?
펼쳤으면 좋겠어요. 이번에는 승자가 제가 되도록 하겠습니다.
야,
It's already done.
와, 자신감이
We're already set to fight each other, so let's just have a great
감사합니다.
match together.
정우영 선수.
I say congratulations to him, and what a performance Moonglade that we saw from him today.
Absolutely. I think Bbyong, the lumberjack Terran, he chips away at his
Yeah,
opponents.
I like that better than Sandpaper. Less,
Yeah, Sandpaper's Sandpaper's all right there.
I like it, man. Cutting them down one by one, piece by piece.
He is, man. And you know what? The curse remains. The traveling players are losing.
Yep.
So let's see if Terminator can take down Parting and Zest.
It's going to be tough considering his PvP seems to be his weakest matchup, and he had a rough
By
time.
far, let's just say. Oh, my goodness.
Well, we are going to have that losers match between Parting and Terminator after a quick commercial break. We'll see you guys in just a few.